Hello everyone, welcome back to Humanities Diary, and today we'll be discussing about the politics of planned development of book 2 chapter 3। एंड इस चैप्टर में बेसिकली ये बताया गया है कि कैसे इंडिया के इंडिपेंडेंस के बाद कौन कौन से प्लानिंग स्ट्रैटेजीज अपनाए गए, कौन कौन से डेवलपमेंट स्ट्रैटेजीज यूज किए गए फॉर द इकोनॉमिक डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, और बेसिकली उनके आउटकम्स क्या रहे। ओके, सो लेट्स स्टार्ट विद द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन, which is what is the difference between the left and the right ideology? So basically iska answer hai left refers to those who are in favor of the poor, the downtrodden, and they support the government policies for the benefit of these sections. Right ideology on the other hand refers to those who believe that free competition and market economy alone can ensure progress, and that there should not be any government intervention in the economy. Means ki the right one they will basically support privatization, and the left one they basically support policies that are in favor of the poor section, or let's say the minority section of the society. Okay, next question. Nehru was impressed by which model of development? Nehru was impressed by which model of development? Our options are the liberal capitalist model, the Soviet model of development, the Chinese model of development, or none of the above. So basically the answer is that Nehru was impressed by the Soviet model of development. Okay, next question. In which year was Bombay Plan drafted? In which year was Bombay Plan drafted? So as we all know from the chapter 3 itself, that Bombay Plan was drafted in the year 1944. Next question, let's move to the next question, which is what was the main objective of the Bombay Plan? Our options are to look after the need of the Adivasis and protect the forests, to make Bombay become the most developed city of India. It wanted the state to take major initiative in industrial and economic investment to cater to the needs of the elite groups in India. So basically Bombay Plan का main objective ये था that it wanted the state to take major initiative in industrial and other economic investments. Next question. In which year was Planning Commission in India set up? So again, the Planning Commission of India was set up in the year March 1950. You'll get the answer in the book itself. It's in the March 1950. Next, sorry. Next question. Who was the chairperson of the Planning Commission after independence? So basically, people should keep in mind that the chairperson of Planning Commission is always the Prime Minister. ठीक है, तो उस टाइम पे प्राइम मिनिस्टर कौन था ड्यूरिंग व्हेन द प्लानिंग कमीशन वाज सेट अप? इट वाज जवाहरलाल नेहरू. सो जवाहरलाल नेहरू वाज द chairperson of the planning commission after independence. Next question. Which of the following is not a part of the directive principle of state policy? Right to work and equal wage for equal work, that the ownership and the control of material resources of the community are so distributed as best to service the common good, that the operation of economic system does not result in concentration of wealth and means of production to the common detriment, right to information. So basically directive principle of state policy में जो part नहीं है, which is the right to information. We do not have right to information in directive principle of state policy. Next question. The first 5-year plan was released in which year? Our options are March 1951, December 1951, March 1952, December 1952. And the answer is that the first 5-year plan was released in the year December 1951. Next question. What was the main objective of the first 5-year plan? हमारे options हैं to focus mainly on agrarian sector, including investment in dams and irrigation, and to raise the level of national income, to set up IT industries in the company, to focus mainly on women welfare and safety, to look after the needs of the minorities. So basically जो हमारा first 5-year plan था, it focused mainly on the agricultural sector and how ways on how the national income can be increased. Okay, so the answer is A. I'll just underline this. The answer is A. Next question. Who was the crafter of the second 5-year plan? Who was the crafter of the second 5-year plan? Our options are P.C. Mahalanobis, K.N. Raj, B.R. Ambedkar, or Jawaharlal Nehru. And the answer is option A. I'll just underline this. The answer is option A. Next question. Which of the following was not an objective of this second 5-year plan? Options are: it focused mainly on heavy industries, protect domestic industry by imposing tariffs on imports, quick structural change, mushrooming of the IT sector. So as we can see from the options, all the first three options, they were the objective of the second 5-year plan, and the answer is mushrooming of the IT sector. Mushrooming of the IT sector was not an objective of the second 5-year plan. Okay, next question. Which of the following was not a criticism of the second and the third 5-year plan? Our options are: urban bias, that is industry wrongly given priority over agriculture, focus on agriculture over heavy industry, lack of an agrarian strategy for development, emphasis on industry caused agriculture and rural India to suffer. So question पूछ रहा है कि इनमें से कौन criticism नहीं है of the second and the third 5-year plan. So the our answer is it focus on the agriculture and over heavy industry. Okay. Our next question is: which model of development did India follow? Mixed model, the capitalist model, the socialist model, or the Chinese model? So basically, India followed a mixed model of development in which we had the government intervention as well as let's say free market economy, जहाँ पे capitalist model भी था and socialist model भी था. उसको mix of these two are known as the mixed model. Okay, next question. Where did the people of India face the problem of POSCO India steel plant? So the answer was in Jagatsinghpur in Bhubaneswar. Next question. By which act the Planning Commission of India was set up and when? So basically the Planning Commission of India was set up in March 1950 by a simple resolution of Government of India. Next question. What important resolution was passed by Congress at Avadi before finalizing the second 5-year plan? So the government basically declared that that it will follow a socialist pattern of society rather than a capitalist one. Okay. Next question. Which Gandhian economist proposed an alternative blueprint that put emphasis on rural industrialization? Our options are Sardar Patel, Tiwari ji, Kumarappa, or Gandhi ji. So the answer is Kumarappa was the one who proposed an alternative blueprint that put together emphasis on rural industrialization. Okay. Next question. Chaudhary Charan Singh left the Congress party to form which party? Our options are Bharatiya Lok Dal, Bharatiya Janata Party, Socialist Party, or the Communist Party of India. So basically Chaudhary Charan Singh left the Congress party to form the Bharatiya Lok Dal. Okay. Next, after 1967, how many banks were nationalized? 12, 13, 14, or 15? So after 1967, a total of 14 banks were nationalized. Next, state whether the following statements are true or false. First statement is: the rich peasants and the large landholders were the major beneficiaries of Green Revolution. That is true. It was that the people, the landholders who were rich, they were the one who benefited mainly from the Green Revolution. Next statement, the Green Revolution increased polarization between classes and regions. Even this is true, because there were certain class of people and certain regions of India that became agriculturally much more richer as compared to others. Next, Green Revolution caused rise in the middle peasant section. Even this is true. Next, states like Punjab and Haryana became agriculturally less prosperous because of Green Revolution. This is false. Actually, the fact was that states like Punjab and Haryana became agriculturally much more richer as compared to states like Bihar. Next question, who was the father of Green Revolution? So the father of Green Revolution who was the father of the White Revolution? So the father of White Revolution was Verghese Kurien. And what was the White Revolution all about? So basically it was about the biggest dairy movement with appropriate model for rural development and eradication of poverty. Okay, next question. In which year was Operation Flood started? In which year was Operation Flood started? It started in the year, options are 1970, 1977, 1980 or 1975. So the answer is 1970. Okay. Next question. What was the aim of Operation Flood? So the main aim of the Operation Flood was to increase milk production and eliminate middlemen by bringing together the producers and customers closer and making sure that producers get a regular income throughout the year. Okay. Next question. At what rate did Indian economy grow between the period of 1950 and 1980? So options are 0.5 to 1%, 3 to 3.5%, 2 to 2.5%, 4 to 4.5%. So our answer is it grew at a rate of 3 to 3.5%. Next question, under whose leadership was the private banks nationalized? Jawaharlal Nehru, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Indira Gandhi or Rajiv Gandhi? So the banks were nationalized under the leadership of Indira Gandhi. Okay, next question. Explain the meaning of the term land ceiling. So basically land ceiling, it is an act which signifies the amount of which agricultural land can be owned by a particular person. What is the upper limit? What is the highest limit of land that a person can own in agricultural land? Okay. Next question. State whether the following statement about the major outcome of the first 3 5-year plans are true or false. Okay. So our first statement is land reforms did not take place effectively and political power concentrated mainly to land owning classes. This is true. Okay. Next, poverty was reduced to a great extent. This is false. Basically ये जो first 3 year plans थे इसकी वजह से there was much more poverty and there was a larger difference between the upper class and the lower class. Okay. Next statement, there was unequal development and those who benefited from the first 3 5-year plans became politically powerful. This is true. Next, there were mainly large development done during this period, like building of dams like the Bhaka Nagal and the Hirakund for power generation. Even this is true. Next statement, infrastructure for transport and communication did not see any development. This is false. Basically इस time पे infrastructure for transport and communication was developed to a large extent. So this is this is false. Okay. Next, what was the major focus of the Kerala model of planning and development? So the main focus of Kerala model of planning and development was on education, health, land reforms and effective food distribution and poverty alleviation. Okay. Next question, what was the main aim of the New Democratic Initiative that was launched in launched between 1987 and 1991. So basically, the aim of the New Democratic Initiative, it involved campaigns for development, especially in the science and development field, and it was designed to involve people directly in the development activities through voluntary citizens organization. Okay, last question of this chapter is explain the term centralized planning. So basically centralized planning ये होता है कि planning it takes place at the state level, or let's say the local level, for example the panchayat level, and not necessarily only at the central level. So Kerala, it followed a model of decentralized planning. Okay, so these are the questions for chapter 3, and we'll meet again next Sunday, and we'll be discussing some questions on chapter 4 of book 2. Okay, till then, take care, and please like, share and subscribe to this page for more such questions. Okay, take care, bye bye.